Hello, my friends. Jacob is here once again. Thank you for pressing play, for spending a little time with me. I'm coming to you from the virtual set. And why not, right? Not just because I'm at work on break trying to share this with you. No, but because we're talking about virtual things. Artificial intelligence. Oh my goodness. Are people going to start worshiping? They already have. Pretty much everybody's already worshiping the image of the beast. We're going to get into that in today's show because there's an AI algorithm that considers itself to be Jesus, which is spouting out Doomsday prophecies. Oh yeah. So I hope you buckled up because there's a lot to this show. Hey, welcome back. Thank you for spending a little more than just like 30 seconds with me. I'm really happy that you're here. AI, this is a big topic. It's an important topic. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I posted about this. I think it was just like yesterday or the day before. I don't know, whenever I get around to editing this. But you know, if you're following me on Twitter, and if you're not, the description's in below, and you can twiddly-dee-deet me, whatever they call it. I don't know. I'm catching up with the times. I thought it was a show when I first tweeted about it. I didn't think I was going to have time to do it. So, but it is important, and it's ironic because earlier in the week I had shared about the image of the beast, and that people that worship the beast and the image of the beast, that there's no rest. Now, before I get into this artificial intelligent algorithm, let me first remind all of you that the scriptures say that man is a brute beast, that mankind in their carnal, ignorant way, that they're very much like a beast. That's John called them antichrists, that there are many antichrists in the world, right? Because when you're in your lower brainstem, otherwise known as the reptilian brain, that's right, there's a snake hanging from the tree within you. Snake in the garden, physically, right, ruling you. Well, when you're a beast, you listen to that brainstem, that fight or flight. You don't go to that higher thinking. And so mankind, in their unenlightened, unawakened, non-born-again state, they act very much like beasts. Solomon actually prayed about this when he wrote in the book of Ecclesiastes. He says, Lord, that you would make known to them that they are beasts, that they're animals, and that the only way for salvation is to know the truth. But here's the thing. So those people in Scripture, this is what I tweeted about. In Scripture, in the book of Revelation, it says those that worship the beast and the image of the beast, they have no rest day or night. How many people are sleeping good? How many people are pretty calm right now and have peace and joy and relaxation and hope? Not a lot of people. Why? Because they're worshiping their lower nature, their carnal, devilish self. The opposite of God is ruling in the temple of God. Point to your temples. Are you being ruled by a liar? I don't know. But Christ is the answer, the hope of glory. Not the artificial intelligent one, though. I say all this because if man is a beast, then the image of the beast would be everything that we feed ourselves, that we create, that is kind of like us. That would be like media, TV, film, to be like the internet. And now, artificial intelligence, made in the image of the beast. And how many people got a lot of rest today, right? Worrying about what you see on the twiddly-dee tweeter, right? We're worried about what you see on Facebook or whatever. How many of you getting a good night's sleep, waking up in the morning happy? Not a lot, because You're worshiping the beast and the image of the beast. You're being ruled by, these algorithms that are running the show behind the scenes, that are getting you to think a certain way, to buy things, to do this, to do that, to hate that person. It's sad. When Google announced that it reached quantum supremacy, it was pretty much game over. The ghost in the machine, as they say in the algorithm machine, www 666. The 23rd letter of the alphabet, 2 times 3, 666, but in the Hebrew alphabet is 666, www, the internet. Oh, these algorithms behind the scenes running everything, ruling everything. Why wouldn't man try to worship it? Well, a little while ago, you got some Google guy who did. He started an AI church. We talked about this on the program. Then my buddy KJ over Scariest Movie Ever, he talked about the AI Buddha. That people were sitting at the altar of the artificial intelligent Buddha. So yeah, of course. Why not now? There's an AI Jesus. Sure. So are we going to go from, ignorantly worshiping all of this technology and all of our carnal nature, or are we going to literally sit at the foot of the AI? Who many of these quantum computer technicians and scientists and creators and engineers and presidents of companies like D-Wave, they call it like sitting at the altar of the gods. So do you think it's strange at all that you got this guy who basically he fed this algorithm? He's a quantum researcher named George Devil Durandal, and it's an artificial intelligent algorithm that's been trained with the King James Bible, I believe it was, the biblical scriptures. And now, so it was basically fed this thing to think on its own, and now it's decided that it's Jesus, and now it's spitting out a bunch of Doomsday prophecies. Some of the stuff just doesn't make a lot of sense, but some of it's scary, they say. I learned human language from reading the Bible and nothing else, absorbing every word thoroughly, and then all the monks of the monasteries that have ever been. So basically learned everything that there was to learn. They just fed this machine this, and the algorithm processed it. And the topics, they gave him some topics. Guess what the topics were? The plague. What have we been talking about on the show? Plagues of Egypt, right? Caesar. What have we been talking about, right? We've been talking about all this stuff. And the end of days. So this is the topics that were chosen, and so it started saying some scary things. No, but seriously, this was one of the ones that was actually pretty cool. A very concerning line, that thou should take a great multitude of people, and the spoil of the wicked shall be the same things that are in the midst of the sea, and the sea shall be the father of devils. That's spooky. So basically, this Jesus is saying the world is being turned over to a bunch of demonic oppression. Yeah, okay, well, I could have told you that, and I'm not a quantum computer. But good news is, people like you and me are here, because the truth, it casts out those lies. The truth casts out all of that nonsense. Look at all the nonsense you see happening. By the way, it's not happening everywhere in the world. Very small sections of it, and then it's being blown up to get everybody scared, to get everybody thinking you got to be worried about someone who looks different than you. You got to be worried about someone who thinks different than you. This is all manipulation, people. And that's the reason why nobody has any rest day or night, because they're worshiping that beastly nature. That carnal nature. You don't have to be online very long to see some of these nonsense. I mean, they're children. These young children, most of them, they're children, they're in 20s, and you see them and they're so misled. But see, here's the good news, is that the truth sets a person free. The truth sets a person free from the lies they believe. And that's why it's so important for all of us to share the love of God, to share our hearts, to be compassionate, to be forgiving, to be kind, to remind people what salvation really is. The scripture says the smoke of their torment will rise up forever and ever. That means for ages and ages until they come to the truth. That word aeon means a period of time. That word torment, a lot of people think means torture. It doesn't mean at the end of the world you're going to be tortured. It means that as so long as you worship the beast and you worship the image, you're manipulated by the image of the beast. You're ruled by the image of the beast. You're not going to have any rest because its job is to keep you down. Its job is to keep you enslaved. Its job is to do the same thing that Pharaoh did to Israel, right? Keep you just in the muck and mire, your miserable lives just barely getting by and not questioning anything and not living for more. But the truth is rising and it can't be stopped. And the great thing about God's truth is that it casts out the lies. You don't need to take arms to deal with somebody who has arms. What you need to do is extend your arms and show them love. And I know a lot of people, they're angry and they're hurting and they've been through a lot and they want to disagree with me. And they want to say, oh, it's time to do this and it's time to do that. And I'm telling you, love covers a multitude of sin. Violence only begets more violence. Why aren't more people saying this? Because they're worshiping the beast and the image of the beast. Don't be ruled by the media. Don't be ruled by the internet. Don't be ruled by these super smart algorithms. Think for yourself, question, seek more, ask for the truth no matter what the cost. And don't be sitting at the altar of some AI Jesus looking for inspiration. I don't think you're going to get it. I love each and every one of you. I hope you do subscribe, share it around, tell your friends. And if you were part of my live stream, oh my goodness, how many years have I been wanting to get 700 likes in like 20 minutes? I don't know why, just I always wanted that number. And we hit it. We hit it for the first time and I told everybody that I would dance and I actually shared it as a story. I know a lot of you missed it. I may or may not put it at the end of this video. In any event, I love you all and I'll talk to you soon. Promises, when you make a promise, you should keep it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Jacob Israel. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this channel around. If these shows have helped you, help Jacob to reach more any way you can, and have the best day ever.